Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai. So after the 5th canto of the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Parikshit Maharaj wanted to know, how is it that living beings can become freed from the horrible suffering that he had just heard about in the 5th canto and the hellish sufferings that the living entities go through because of violating the laws of nature. And to explain the process, Shukadeva Goswami recounts a story that he had heard about Ajāmila. And this whole section of the Bhagavatam is Poshana, or how it is that the living entity is protected. And it's specifically about chanting the holy name and the potency of Krishna's holy name. This is the main teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is that Krishna and his name are not different. Nam namakari bahuda nija sarva shaktis. That the nija sarva shakti, all of the same potencies of Krishna is there in his name. And therefore, in order for anyone to overcome the rigors of material existence and also Cheto Darpana Marjanam, to purify the heart, the process is the same. It's to chant Krishna's names. So we form this Japa circle as a way to every week remember the importance of good Japa. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, don't try to be a great devotee. Just try to be a good devotee. Even so, we should try to chant great Japa. As if we chant great Japa, then we can become good devotees. So, on this very special morning, where we have the opportunity to, with undivided attention, give ourselves to the process of chanting Hare Krishna as it's recommended, we pray to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Sri Panchatattva, Sri Sri Radha Madan Mohan, and Sri Sri Lakshmi Nrsingadev to empower us to chant great Japa. Everyone who thinks this is a good idea, please say Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna. We're doing a check-in now. How is your japa, and what's some way that you could improve upon what you're doing right now? How is it going, and what's one thing you could do to improve from the way you were just chanting? We'll just take a few. Self-examination.
Hare Krishna. So somehow my mind was very agitated since morning because we got delayed a little bit, like few minutes, and then we have to go somewhere from here. So some tasks were in my mind. And even after coming, I started chanting. I was like, I just realized it. Like, we already know, but mind just always finds something to be dissatisfied, like something it has to find. And then I just remembered that I know you had spoken in class. I think Bhaktivinoda Thakur or is it Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that you have to beat the mind. It is like with the slippers. So I was remembering that, and I really had I took some time to speak to my mind very strictly, and somehow it listened towards the end, so it calmed down and I was able to chant well. So
very good mind. Thank you. Okay, couple more. Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I was just thinking about whatever I do since from morning to night, the next day in the japa, I feel that there is a huge effect of that. So if I do something that was not very Krishna conscious, then my japa changes, and the day I actually try to focus on my Krishna consciousness, devotional services, then my japa just improves better. Is far better, and then I'm able to focus better. Just wanted to mention.
Yes, so we're getting such good advice. So at some point you have to have a talking to your mind, and perhaps even chastising, beating it with shoes, and then also remembering it's a holistic process. Whatever we're doing throughout the day is affecting us systemically. A couple more from this side of the room. How is it going just now, and what's there room for improvement? Examine yourself.
Krishna. I noticed my mind was thinking about, trying to think about everything other than japa. So I'm going to try to focus on one mantra at a time.
Thank you. Right behind you, over here.
I'm still a little bit sleepy, so I'm just trying to focus. I'm just trying to get out of my my slumber and just trying to focus more on God. And then, like some of the other devotees said, have some distractions and even like character defects within my soul that are distracting me from Krishna and blocking my intimacy with Krishna. So I'm trying to focus on having like Krishna himself, God himself, remove those blockages of intimacy and those character defects and all of that. And also trying to think of Prabhupada, who is like the median almost between us and Goloka. I saw on your bead bag, it said go to Goloka, and I thought that was amazing. So,
Nice.
yeah. That's all.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, this is the launching pad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get ready to launch yourself. Okay, one more? Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Just being here, when we walked in, I know we were late by 3 minutes. We are really sad. But seeing that you are here, then I looked around, who else is there? Then I see the faces and how seriously they were chanting, then I became serious. So I felt like if you are among the devotees who are doing the same thing, you feel inspired. And then all the agitation which Shamalangi was talking about, that disappeared just being here. So
This is a good example of vaidhi-bhakti. You're disturbed when you're 3 minutes late. Means a very strict idea of how to follow the process. I have a godbrother, Saurī Dāsa. I lived with him in the ashram in Hawaii and other places. And he's down to the second. Everything. It's like, get out of my way. We got to do this now. And everything has to be fixed and regulated, gets up at the same time. And actually, in the beginning of practice of devotional service, or throughout, we find that the great devotees, Raghunātha Dāsa Goswāmī's practice was like lines in stone, very strictly following. This leads to more advanced stages of practice of devotional service. So that's good to hear, that your mind becomes disturbed by 3 minutes late. Hare Krishna. I'll read something for our last section. And this is from the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 6th canto, Ajāmila delivered by the Viṣṇudūtas. One who chants the holy name of the Lord is immediately freed from the reactions of unlimited sins, even if he chants indirectly to indicate something else, jokingly for musical entertainment, or even neglectfully. This is accepted by all the learned scholars of the scriptures. If one chants the holy name of Hari and then dies because of an accidental misfortune, such as falling from the top of a house, slipping and suffering broken bones while traveling on the road, being bitten by a serpent, being afflicted with pain and high fever, or being injured by a weapon, one is immediately absolved from having to enter hellish life, even though he is sinful. Purport as stated in Bhagavad Gita 8.6, Yang yang vapi smaran bhavam tajatyanti kalevaram tam tam evaiti kaunteya sadatad bhava bhavitaha. Whatever state of being one remembers when he quits his body, that state he will attain without fail. If one practices chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, he is naturally expected to chant Hare Krishna when he meets with some accident. Even without such practice, however, if one somehow or other chants the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, when he meets with an accident and dies, he will be saved from a hellish life after death. I remember in the brahmachari ashram in San Francisco, it was a common practice amongst brahmacharis. If someone said, "What time is it?" Other brahmachari turn around and go, "Time of death, chant." Gaur Premanande Haribol, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.